Alright, how you doing? It's all going to town today apparently. Um, we just got back from walking the dog down the park. We were going to walk down to see the harbour master. This last time we saw the harbour master, he said about a 10-foot dinghy. I just think he's looking for, boats and stuff for projects and that. And that's how we got talking a few months back about getting a boat on auction. And we saw the harbour master, but he just basically got a phone call. Like, we were down there, it was peaceful, kids in the boats, and we saw May and Ben, and we're just kind of hanging out and that. And as we leave, we see the harbour master coming up, but it's like he's got a serious pace on, and he pulls his phone out of his pocket and he's on the phone. He kind of looks and waves to us. Like, we look at him waving, he's kind of, nods his back, but you can see like something intense is going on. And as we're leaving the park, we start hearing sirens, and we're like, what's that? Is that police, fire, ambulance? So we make a guess, because a little girl that was down there with her family, they're like, oh, it's fire engine's got to be a fire engine. And Inka was like, no, it's probably an ambulance. So, no, it's probably police. As we walk up through the park towards the double gates, fire engine comes past. Oh, so it's a fire engine. Then another fire engine comes past. It was definitely a fire engine. And an ambulance with its twos come on, blues and twos, like full speed. It's an ambulance, police, whoosh, come down as well. And you're like, then another ambulance comes by. And was another fire? Like, basically, look, emergency services full force. At first, we thought they were like on the other end of town, like on the north side of town. And then all of a sudden, more fire engines, more ambulances. The air ambulance came out, and then just as we're crossing the bridge to get back down to our side of town, just over the Broads, another fire. I believe it was one of the fire brigade's vehicles come through with a boat. I'm like, oh no. Air ambulance is then trying to land. We assume it was going towards Ivy Farm. Looks like it was trying to land on the main part of the park. Oh crap. What has happened? Like, in the time that we were literally stood on the park to when we were about to leave, what has happened? I'm really hoping, and it's got to be serious with all of the stuff going on, because we didn't want to stand around and rubberneck, but I'm hoping whatever has happened and whoever it's happened to, they come out alright. That was a... I mean, I don't know if you can still hear the sirens. And I mean, this has been going on for quite some time now. Sirens have been going for like probably the last half an hour, at least. Probably be the first time that something local has happened that'll end up on social media. Normally when you hear the big thing happened to like next city over or whatever. Jesus Christ. I hope it's going to have been pretty bad for that number of things to come up, but I hope it doesn't end badly. Because everyone seems to be pretty quick whatever happened. It's been quite some time and it still looks like stuff's going on. Jesus. Alright. that whole thing down the Broads has taken over the day. Well, it hasn't, but I want to make it the main focus at the moment. And I want to say, one, do not believe everything you read online, especially not on social media. It's usually just hearsay, guesswork. And second, if it ain't a public pool, you ain't safe. It isn't safe. Doesn't matter if it's a lake, river, the sea. It isn't safe. You are an insignificant speck when compared to water. Okay, especially the sea. The amount of people who are completely ignorant of the sea, disrespectful to the sea. You are a blip. The sea can crush tankers. Far more buoyant than you are. Be careful, be respectful, and understand it isn't safe. Nothing is completely safe. But big ass bodies of water will never be. It's not something to prat about in. Alright? Takes a split second for you to drown. You're done. And the reason I mention all this is because no one could really be sure what happened down the Broads today. If you looked on Facebook, apparently this entire thing was caused by someone being stuck in the mud somewhere along the Broads. Which is pretty dangerous in the grand scheme. But now I still don't know exactly what has happened, if anything happened at all. Okay? I am, touch wood, fingers crossed, nothing happened. If I had to say anything to the emergency services who were down there today, I hope you don't find anything, but if there is something to find, I hope you find it. Meaning, really in the grand scheme, this is not the kind of job you really want to have to do. You don't want to have to go down there and find a dead person. But if there is someone in trouble, my gods, I hope you find them and you get them out. Yeah, as I said, like Facebook, and that was all, oh, someone's stuck in the mud, or someone's stuck down in the Broads. But according to a local paper, the journal has said that there were reports of an unidentified object down the Broads. Possibly maybe a body. But then after, however long it was, the search teams were called away, the helicopters, the fire teams, the ambulances, the police, they were called away. I really hope there was nothing there to find. If there was, and the search has finished without you getting the result that you wanted, I'm sorry. But I want to say it again. Be careful. Very careful around big ass bodies of water. Please. You can drown in a bath. As stupid as it sounds, it doesn't take a whole hell of a lot to snuff you out. Be careful. You see kids prattling about on the Broads all the time, untying other people's boats and jumping into the Broads. They have no idea what's under the surface of that water. You know, they have no idea whether there's, another boat that's been sunk, or some other crap down there they could get caught on or cut on, or, same with people who jump into the sea, like off the pier and that. You don't know what's under there. You don't know how deep it is. Don't do it. You know, it's not like we live in a place with crystal clear waters and a nice cove where you kind of relatively shielded. It's just not how it works. Accidents happen. You only have to slip, quick change in the tide, you're gone. And just a lot of people don't think about it like that. They treat these things like a public pool, like they're always patrolled, like you'll always be safe, like nothing bad could happen to you. Treat it like something bad could happen to you, please. When you see a sign that says "Don't fucking climb on the rocks," or "Don't climb here," or "Don't do this," "Don't do that," don't do it. Don't let your kids do it. If you see them do it, clip them one. Because people do get hurt or killed. Again, as I say, I hope there was nothing to find, and if there was, I hope, whatever. I hope the result that you wanted was was achieved. So, all in though, I've had a pretty empty day. I ended up streaming for nearly 7 hours today. Didn't mean to. Totally didn't mean to. But we've now finished E7. Because we had people knock on the door and other bits and bobs happen throughout the stream. But no, we finished it. That was good. The story was a bit anticlimactic on the stream because I'm playing on Linux and none of the videos or the credits played, because the video files that have the endings and the credits don't play. You have to quit the game, which crashed my computer, and then I had to, just a Windows game and I'm playing it on Linux, had to close down the machine, restart it, and load the videos up manually to show people what was supposed to have happened. The story was nice, the ending was alright, but yeah, for a PSP game, what was originally a PSP game, that was a very, very ambitious game, very, very good game, very big game, very fun. Music was nice, characters were alright. I didn't like playing as any other character other than Adol, to be honest with you. But no, it was fun. It was fun, and I'm glad we finished that one on stream. So all that leaves now is Origins and 5, and then if we want to play the originals of 3 and 4, and then we're completely done with the series, because East 9 isn't coming out on a platform I want to play it on. So we are out of luck there. We've also had a tea delivery today. The chap who comes around, he now comes around every 2 weeks to bring around tea if we want some. Also has coffee, biscuits and other stuff too. Didn't know that. He came around today. There was a lot of barking on the stream during the stream, and I go downstairs and the door's wide open and there's the guy standing at the door. And so I chat to him. I was like, "Oh, hi, how are you doing?" Because he's like, "Oh, you're right." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm alright, how you doing?" And I say, "Yeah, where's the wife?" He goes, "I don't know." I go, "You don't know?" So yeah, the door just came open. I was like, alright, so the door hadn't been shut and latched up to keep the door shut, so the wind must have blown through as Inky went out the back. So the door just opened as he knocked on the door, and the dogs just stood there barking at him. Yeah, went and got Inky. Turns out the guy takes cards. We took coffee, we took tea. It is good. They do gluten-free stuff and all that as well, so we're going to try some of that next time. Reasonably priced, I'd say. Very British, getting tea delivered. No one needs milk to be delivered. But no, that is literally my day. I'm surprised the dog didn't run away. Very good of him. And he greeted the bloke, and the bloke gave him a stroke and all that. And that was neat. Inky went to work. I was still streaming. Came home. I finished the stream. Finished the game. That's it. And now we're here. Be bloody careful around water, please. That said, I'm going to head off and go to bed and try and figure out what the hell it is I want to play tomorrow. Because, damn it, I don't know if I really want to go straight into East 5 yet. But we'll see. So I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck